Mhm. Mhm. It is working. Okay. Now we are on live on YouTube channel. So YouTube channel, good evening for all. Today, girls, we will discuss about a subject, interesting subject. I don't know. All of you are working now. For example, during the day, did you work? And now we are here, and this is the free time of you, correct? So, if you is equal to me, we love vacation. So this is a time that we spend doing everything we like, we love. So today we will discuss about vacation. I put the questions on the chat. Did you receive? Yes?
Yes. Yes.
So I am in this moment in my vacation time. So I have 30 days of vacation, and this is a good time, girls. Do you imagine have time to do everything and you can sleep more? This is a precious thing for me. Sleep more, prepare the meal, cook slowly, eat slowly, because during my routine, I eat doing something always. I eat always doing something or working or what else. And I don't have time to um, just to taste the food and living in this moment. So today we will discuss about vacation, and this is a good time for you to explain your point of view on that. Okay, so the first question we already did. The second question: what is your happiest vacation memory? I'd like to know about you girls. Isabel, what is your happiest vacation memory?
Well, I think the happiest or the moment that I expect my vacations and very anxious about it, I think it was in school because we have 3 months of vacation and we have a lot of time to do fun things in this moment. So I think the moment that I was very happy and anxious about that, it's when I was in school. Um, yeah, nowadays I started working not a long time ago. I think 2 or 3 years ago, and I changed the company all the years, so I don't have a lot of experience about vacation. But in my work now, in like I don't I think it's in October I will have a week of vacation, so I expect what will come with that. So I think it will be a good moment.
Can you choose another person to respond, Isabel? Please,
Sure.
go ahead.
Andrea, what do you think?
Guys, I think my happiest vacation memory was when I went to Italy in 2018 to see a YouTube concert there. Definitely, it was the best memory of my life because I was so anxious, so yeah, excited to go to this concert. And I'm a kind of person that unfortunately don't get a vacation every year. I was since 2018 without vacation, and I got only 10 days last year. And this year, I don't know if I will be able to have a vacation. So for me, when I have the opportunity, it's very important, to rest, mainly because I really like to rest, to stay with my husband, with my family. But I really love going to a concert. So when I have the opportunity, I just go there. That's it, guys. And you, Ayla?
So, guys, I don't know if it was the happiest vacation memory, but I think it was so important for me. My first vacation after the pandemic, when I could travel again, because as I said before, I enjoy a lot to travel, and I think it was so good for me to be able to rest and appreciate the place, the new place, the to know new people and new food. So I don't know. I think it was a moment for me when I can open my open my view. I came to enjoy this, and I can do this with my husband because we work a lot all the time, and it's so stressful sometimes, and there is no enough time to enjoy each other, and sometimes I feel a little upset about it. But last year, after the pandemic, we went to Bahia, and so guys, it was so amazing. I love it. I love it, Bahia, because I don't know, there is a different energy. People there has a different energy, and I could dance after I'm not good at a dance, okay? No at all, but I had some drinks, and and my husband and I decided to dance to enjoy that moment, and so it was so good, so good. I needed this after the pandemic, because during the pandemic it was so hard for us, and for us, no, for everyone. It was so difficult, and I lasted. Eu demorei. I don't know if they. How can I say? The
I
last
was
one.
late,
Late.
too
Yeah,
late.
too late to feel comfortable to travel again, and in this trip it was so amazing for me, because this. And you, Paulinha?
My happiest vacation, of course, the last year, because in March I went to Portugal and I did a exchange, I think it is, intercâmbio. I did an exchange in Portugal, and when my classes finished, I went to know other countries, for example, German, French, and United Kingdom, UK, I think it is. So these places are amazing. I ate different foods, different drinks, and I saw different peoples. In German, the people are totally different. For example, the curly hair, a lot of I don't know how can I say, piercings, tattoos, a lot of difference. So I love this.
Good, amazing, amazing. Here in Brazil, we already know a lot of the regions of Brazil that are so different than each other. And imagine in other countries when the people visit Brazil and they found here a lot of types of cultures in the same country. So this is so beautiful, beautiful, and especially. And in my case, girls, the happiest vacation memory that I have, we have some of good memories, and this is good. Once, when I was a teenager, my family didn't use it to go to the beach, and I always wanted to go to the beach, and oh my goodness, one day I will visit the beach. And one year, my father decided, okay, this vacation, your vacation of the school, we will visit the beach of Paraná here. And girls, it was the happy, the happiness of my life in that time. If you imagine that I wrote down in that moment in a diary, diary. I had a diary and I wrote down in the describing that I was so excited about this moment, and it's so normal today. We think, but this is a simple thing that changed our life. Another memory that I have is a few years ago, I think 5 years ago. I was already married, and my husband was passed in as a public service, as he is, and he was called to be located in Porto Velho, Rondônia. And in that time, he was to Porto Velho alone because I was doing my master degree here in Paraná, and I wouldn't like to lost the master degree, so I continued the classes for 6 months later, And after the moment that he went to Portugal, and then it get the time to meet him again. And in that time he was in Natal doing something for the Serbs, and I met him in Natal. And girls, it was the best vacation, best travel that I did in my life, to meet my husband in Natal in that amazing beach. So it was amazing, amazing. I couldn't describe this moment because it's a thing that inside of me, inside of us. It was so special for me. So this is a good memory. I talked too much, girls. I need you talk in this meeting. So
No
question
problem at
number
all.
three. Question number 3. Oh, no. Andrea, please choose a question for us. You can choose whatever you want. The list, please.
Okay, I will choose question number 5 because I think it's a little polemic. Do you prefer to travel alone or with others? Guys, for me, I have the both experience traveling alone and with others. But I think depending on the situation, depending the place that you go. For example, when I went to Italy, I went alone, and there I met some friends. But I think this kind of traveling, it's nice because you are free to do what you want in the time that you want. If you want to rest more in the hotel, you can do it. So because of this, I think it's very nice to travel alone. But depending on the place, I think it's necessary to have someone with you to security. What else? Or just to enjoy more the moment, you know? So I think it's the both experience is very nice. And you, Paulinha, what do you think?
They both too, but I prefer with a nice guy, nice people, or a nice friends. Last year I went to travel to Spain with 5 people, and tomorrow 3 days, for example, we are a lot of tired, and 2 people almost fight, and the situation is not comfortable, you know. But tomorrow the guys hug each other, and okay, but mesmo assim, I don't know how can I say mesmo assim in English. A nice experience with crazy peoples, my friends, crazy peoples. And you, Isabel?
Well, I never had the experience to travel alone, but I think I don't have problem with that if it would be necessary to know another country or city, but in a short time. Because if I live, for example, in another country and spend I don't know, 6 months, 1 year, I think I prefer go with another person, maybe my boyfriend or my family, I don't know. So in this case, I prefer go with other person, but in a short travel just for tourists, I prefer both. No problem with that. And you, Isla, what do you think about that?
Well, I've never traveled alone too, but I think it could be a a good experience. But I think it depends on sometimes it's important to be careful because I don't know, sometimes you want to go some unsafe place, and I think it might be dangerous for you. And sometimes it's good to have some support with you. So especially because sometimes we can get sick, something like that, and I think it's complicated. But there is a good side. Uh, I think when we can decide whatever you want to do, and because sometimes there is some disagree, people want to do this and you want to do that, so it's complicated to handle about it. And I think it's there is a good and I don't know, bad side about it to travel alone. But if I think it could be a good experience, but it's important to be careful about some things, and that's my opinion. What about you, Sarah?
Thank you for asking me, Ayla. Thank you so much. Girls, I had some experiences traveling alone, but it was just about work. I I traveled for a few days to solve some things, and in this case, maybe it's better to travel alone because in the free time I I work. I do other things, but about the work, and maybe if you are with another person, you need to spend a time with him or her, and maybe you would like to rest, maybe. But to visit some place, tourism, uh, of tourism and a beautiful place for vacation, maybe I prefer to travel with others, especially if you will visit a beach. For example, in Brazil, we don't have a specific place to put our things in a beach, and you are alone, and you will swim with your cell phone. This is something that doesn't work. So I prefer to travel with other person, especially to this kind of a situation or security, as you said, your and maybe to talk with someone, to eat with others. So maybe, but to travel alone has a lot of pros. For example, you can decide the place you will visit, you decide the hour, you decide when you will wake up and sleep and other things. but if you have someone to fight, it's good as well. Good. Okay, so Paulinha, can you choose another question for us?
Yes. The question 3, would you rather stay in a fancy 5-star hotel or a small simple room? In my case now, I prefer simple room because it's very cheap. It's very cheap. And I don't have a lot of money, so I can go to know other places and to eat new foods, drink new to drink new drinks. I don't know. So in this moment in my life, I prefer a cheap room because I can pay other things, other experience. But I imagining in 5 years, I will prefer a hotel five star. Thank you, God. And you, Andrea, what do you prefer?
I have to agree with you, Paulinha, because, for example, when we usually travel, I don't know about you guys, but I prefer to spend my time on the street, visiting places, visiting a good place. So for me, it's not interesting to stay in a hotel. So why I will pay so much to hotel 5 stars if I am not spending my time in a hotel? But I think it would be a very good experience. One day, I hope I can achieve this dream to stay in a hotel 5 stars. But for now, I think it's more interesting to save money and waste the money in another place, visiting a lot of places, eating good foods, drinking good drinks, like Paulinha said, and I totally agree. And you, Isabel?
I agree with you as well. Nowadays, I prefer this type of travel, visit all places, know more about the cities or the countries. So I tend to prefer small and simple room in this case of travel. And it's what I want nowadays in the future. But for example, if in the future I want to stay just in a hotel and enjoy what the hotel has, I probably prefer the fancy and 5 stars hotel. But nowadays, my favorite type of travel is the first one, just to know about the city and stay in a simple hotel and don't spend a lot of money with that. And you, Ayla?
So guys, I totally agree with y'all. I prefer to stay at a small, simple room because they are cheaper than fancy hotels. So, and I agree with you, and I said because when I travel, I stay a little time at a hotel. I prefer to take this moment to enjoy the city, and I stay a lot of time on the street to visit places, and it's a moment to stay in the visit place, then to stay at a room in the hotel. So for me, it doesn't make sense. If I travel, I will try to enjoy as much as possible that moment for me. And for me, it's so important to try to to know new places, new food, the culture, the place, the history, and so appreciate to go to the museums, for example. So to go to the beach, it's the also it's awesome option for me. But I like it. I like it, go to some museums and zoo and the other things, and so appreciating. And for me, the hotel, it doesn't matter. At least if there is a bed and breakfast, it's so good for me. So that's it.
Amazing, girls. I couldn't agree more with you, especially when we are at a historical place or amazing beach or amazing place. We don't care about the old hotel. And I agree with you that a simple room, a small simple room, is enough to do everything. Just a point that, for example, when we travel to a resort and the payment is along with the package, the payment of the hotel is along with the package of the all travel, maybe I prefer a good hotel, because we stay in that place for few days and it would be comfortable, and this is a time to appreciate. And when I go to São Paulo, for example, I prefer to stay in especially a security hotel, a comfortable a security I prefer. So there's no need to be a fancy hotel, but maybe could be simple room but comfortable and security. I need to have security. Okay, so Ayla, can you choose another question for us, please? We have time.
Just a second. Number 10. What is the most important thing you look for when planning a vacation? So, in my case, I try to plan my vacation at least 6 months ago, and I try to because I need to save some money for this, and I think the most important thing I look for it's about the where I go, and about the season, the season. Yeah, I think so. The season in that moment, because sometimes you want to go to the beach, for example, but the season it's no good, and you need to pay attention about the I don't know how can I say tábua de maré, if you want to to go a boat passeio de barco, I don't know. And there is some details if it's so important to pay attention before the hotel, the hotel, and Sarah said a good point about the. It depends on the place. It's important to look for a security hotel. It's better for you. I think it's so important to pay attention about your security, because you don't know the local, and it can be dangerous for you, and especially in the big cities like São Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, and the other states. Yeah, guys, I think it's some examples I look for before my travels. And what about you, Isabel?
Well, I think my last vacations I don't plan because I'm youngest and my parents managing them. But nowadays, I think that I want to do in the future is like go to another country, stay, for example, 3 months and then back, and then maybe have another experience in another country. Is the thing that I think about it. And for these, nowadays, I'm organize some things and see some things that maybe makes that come true in the future. For example, nowadays we look for our money and then we search how the food costs in another country, and how the cost of I forgot the term in English, moradia. So that things I am looking a lot, and then I choose a country that is possible, and in the same way, it's very nice to know about it and have a lot of places to visit. So it's another thing that I am doing a lot to planning that, but it's a thing that with time I'm organizing and see when is possible or not. So nowadays I'm doing that. And you, Andrea?
I agree with you and Daila. I think the most important is to how can I say, to choose a place, a safe place to stay, and at the same time a place that you have a lot of things to do, because it can be very boring to go to a place that don't have so much attractions. So I think it's very important to have a lot of place to visit, a good restaurant, and something like that. And you, Paulinha?
I totally agree. For me, the most important thing is the places around I will go stay, and And the place, can I go to the public transport or today the apps, né? For example, Uber too. So the beach, the museum, the shopping mall, this place can I like. And you, Sarah?
Thank you, Paulinha. For me, I agree with you, girls. Depends on the place you will visit. You will look for other things. I'm clear with you, girls, that I don't plan my vacation. I don't schedule the things. I just let the things happen. I decided one day before, and for example, tomorrow I will go. Okay, I will go. I do my package and okay. So of course that a travel abroad is necessary to anticipate all planning and things. But as I'm not intended to travel abroad now, I just let the things happen. And the things that I look for when I visit some places, the principal places to go there. For example, São Paulo or Natal, when I was there, I visited the biggest cajueiro of the world, and it was amazing. Oh my goodness, the biggest cajueiro is so good, girls. Do you do need to visit it? It's amazing. And other things, especially this kind of interesting things. And that's it, the good place to go, the good restaurants, for example, in São Paulo, the amazing restaurants up there, maybe they are so expensive, but you save a money to visit. So that's it. And of course, I prepare myself with the clothes because, girls, I hate to pass cold weather for me. So I hate. So I am always prepared for that. So that's it. So, girls, our time is closing, and I'd like to know to say to you, girls, that it was a pleasure to me to be in this moment with you. This conversation is always better. It's always good. The best moment of my week. And I thank you all for your time, your participation here. And we have a survey for this meeting. I will put the link on the chat. Please provide your feedback and advice and suggestion. We are here open to receive your comments on that. And girls, I wish you all a good night, a good weekend, a good last of the week, and of course, I hope to see you on the next Wednesday in the same time. Okay, thank you so much for your time. Thank you, girls.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sarah.